Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, none of the above or all the above. This video is a little bit, well, it's not my usual content. Definitely not. I would never have expected myself to be the type of person to be like, hey, let's review the drama going on with this person. This is SynniBear03.
Basically, SynniBear got exposed for being a groomer. Mind you, SynniBear is not a pedophile. They did not date this 13-year-old, but sent pornography, basically NSFW drawings, and also a rape comic to them. First she deleted her apology video, like her 3-minute shitty apology video, admitting that she was a groomer, and then tried to go back on her word in this 38-minute video, talking about I was coaxed into a false confession.
And could I just... This video is monetized.
Yeah, this video is fucking monetized, which actually floors me. It drives me up a wall. The fact that she fucking monetized this type of video.
Her 30-minute, like, oh, I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not, because I didn't do this.
And basically, the entire thing is, yes, guys, I'm bad, but Jack is worse.
Oh. Quality content.
Yes, Jack may have done some bad things, sure, but that doesn't also cover up the fact that you interacted with a fan. You interacted with a 14-year-old and sent pornography to them.
That does not change anything. But we do have the video right here, so we're just gonna watch this video and hope we don't get bombarded with ads.
Clearly, nothing has made sense.
I was a predator and a groomer, and that I needed intervention.
Because you are.
I mean, yeah, you like. I just want to go ahead and point this out. If someone is able to convince you that you've done something wrong, then you must know that you've done something wrong. It's like that whole thing. Like when cops are like, well, I never said you did something wrong, but you're acting like you did do something wrong. So what if you did? That's not entirely wrong. Like, you can't. I find it very hard to believe that you are able to talk to someone that you trust, and they're like, hey, you did this horrible, horrible thing, and you believe
I
them.
watched the whole thing. Actually, the confession was live. Literally, Birdie and Cinny. Birdie is also Jack, but Jack recorded Cinny's reaction to getting exposed. And Cinny flips her shit, and like, not in a mad way, like she starts crying hysterically, talking about but I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to groom them anymore.
I'm realizing I might not even have a clear understanding of what grooming is. I believed I groomed a child.
Yes, you do. You're 21. Come on. I can fucking deal with this.
A 5-second Google search. Can you not do a 5-second Google search? So much of this stuff is just like people being misinformed, and nowadays you just gotta take 5 seconds to type into Google, hey Google, blah 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 blah.
What is grooming?
Yeah, it's just like bro, I can't understand how it is you don't know this. First off, when you were an adult, that's the first thing. Second off, when you are an adult with access to Google, I find that very hard to believe.
Not to mention, when you're an adult, it is also your job to protect the minor that you're talking to and shut down the conversation the second it starts feeling wrong.
Exactly, like, I don't know.
But this has gone from, like, drama to literal crimes being committed. Like, Cindy's talking about killing Jack and everything, has made death threats towards Jack, and is threatened to crash a car with Jack in it, killing them both.
Just going off of the whole thing, like, impaired judgment, like, there comes a point where this is just like, oh, I'm mad at you for doing this, and a point was, I'm going to be so petty that I'm going to threaten your life.
But Jack doesn't know what he's talking about. I made my confession under duress. I fully believed I was a groomer because Jack told me I was one.
Because you are! She knows she was wrong. She even says, like, what I did was wrong, but I'm going to downplay it by talking about other people's wrongdoings.
Okay, I did something bad, but so did this other person. You're not 5!
I did not groom N.O.
Yes.
It feels like everyone has their own definition of what grooming is, which is so fucking dangerous. but smart people define child grooming as the act of deliberately establishing a relationship with a
I
child
like how she tries to
prepare them for
sound
abuse.
sane and mind, but she literally purchased a freaking knife and a crowbar, and is thinking of purchasing a gun for her safety.
Yeah, your safety. Yeah, your safety from what? I'd like to know what it is you're purchasing a firearm for that requires you to be protected from. You have a crowbar, you have a knife. There's probably a whole lot of them.
Why do you need a gun?
There's probably a whole lot of other things in your house that can be used as a weapon. You got dumbbells with you? Yeah, those work pretty well. They're pretty heavy.
Grooming does not have criminal penalties, but facilitation of
Yes,
a criminal
it does!
sexual act is considered.
Grooming does not have you sent porn to a minor.
Like I'm not a legal professional, but I'm pretty sure grooming does have some legal consequences.
Right, because again, I'm gonna reiterate, you sent a rape comic to a 14-year-old and laughed about it.
Many of you likely saw my video where I stated I groomed a minor, and I saw quite a few people point out that it's very strange. The main reason I saw was people don't usually
Those people who pointed out that it was very strange is one of those people is Kumo, and Kumo sounds mentally ill. So. And it sounds like he just wants to get in your pants as well.
Like I can't agree with the fact that like it's very weird that you just be like, hey, so. Like, I could never imagine just, like, walking into a police station and being like, hey, I committed a crime, and then leave. Like, yeah, it's rather strange that you do that, but at the same time, it's also strange that you'd, I don't know, groom a child?
Conversations with Eno, while inappropriate and irresponsible, trust me, you will never fucking catch me trying to act like this was an okay thing to do. I wasn't flirting with Eno. My messages have been misinterpreted in the most bad
How do you misinterpret that?
Locker girl room talk is apparently what it's supposed to be. No, this is a 21-year-old talking to a 14-year-old about their sexual fantasies. Very frequently, actually.
I've been able to reflect on everything, and I've realized that I was very misled by Birdie on many things regarding psychology and psychology-related subjects. I looked to Birdie for any and all information on these subjects because it was their, quote, special interest, and I figured he'd at least know more than the average dumbass. Here are some actual qualifiers for what constitutes as grooming, as is listed by a simple Google search.
I can actually feel myself losing brain cells listening to this.
Before we get on to the Google search that could have happened before this 30-minute yapping video occurred, I just want to say, if you go to a friend for mental health advice, it's not bad, but when all of your information comes from a friend, you have some other problems. You can't just go to your friend with all these questions and it just because like, oh, it's my special interest. Oh, she's mental health professional. No, I didn't think so.
Building the child's trust. Inappropriate communication, which includes asking for secrets to be kept, and using sexual language that the child...
Yeah, you literally hid your freaking chat with Eno from Birdie.
Subject. Buying gifts. Giving gifts. Giving the child special attention. Singling out the child to make them feel more mature, special, or different from other children. Showing particular interest in the child.
You gave the child special attention because they're a fan of your channel. You singled them out from the rest of the... I speak to them, calling them for hours as well.
I understand, like, if you're, like, if you meet your fan out in public, you'd be like, oh my god, hi. And then go on with your day. I understand that.
Maybe take a picture.
But this isn't that. This is not that.
Because I don't have a very big community, so most of my fans have actually become, like, some of my best friends. But that is different. That is completely different. I don't groom my fans. I send memes to them.
So, here, there's a specific point. There's timestamps, and we're gonna go to those specific timestamps, and we're gonna get the important parts.
Right.
So,
fucking rapping is really themselves. I can't listen to it anymore.
Okay, so at 14:24, so we'll go to around there.
As long as we're all still here, I would like to talk about Jack's video that he made about me. He's the one who brought the situation to the
Yes,
public.
finally. You should have spoken about this within like the first minute.
I'm gonna be going more in depth on the things that Jack complained about in his video. I'd like to just get started, if I'm being completely honest. The way Jack has been treating me makes no sense to me, and I want to talk about it. He was insisting that this needed to be public, and he needed to have the first word. I made my apology video faster than he did, and he begged me to wait until his was done uploading, because according to him, people would attack him because they'd automatically assume he's on my side. So I waited for him to finish the video before I could upload mine. I was extremely emotional at this point in time. I was crying all day, and I felt so sick that I had to take the day off work. I overheard him recording for his video, and I heard some of the things he said, and I went into a blind rage. That's when I sent him this text.
Wow, that is a long... You want to read this, or should I?
You can read it.
Okay. You're being a fucking jerk. I can't believe you're saying I sexually assaulted you by touching your ass and boobs. I always asked if it was okay, and you said yes. If you wanted me to stop, I would have. I know I poked you in places you didn't like, and I'm sorry I did that. I didn't recognize I was making you genuinely uncomfortable. If you had the discussion with me, I would have understood. I made an effort to stop. You're being an asshole. This is the first time having a friend like you. Never felt this close to someone before, and you know I'm affectionate, and I show my affection by touching and grabbing people on their arms, legs, and their hair.
Yes, I show affection by groping my friends.
Like, listen, I'm an affectionate person. I don't do this, though.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
So, like, for example, Destiny, you sit next to me, and, like, we hug each other, and we lean against the... And, like, fine, that is normal.
Yeah, like, there's a difference between...
You hug your friends, you don't grope them.
Yeah, there's a difference between groping someone and hugging someone. There are two clear differences.
Like, Destiny leans against my shoulder in theater. You don't see them coming over here grabbing my tits or some shit.
Yeah, like, I would not do that. Like, not...
No, seriously.
Like, not even if I was allowed to. I wouldn't even do that if I was allowed to. You're also framing my, quote, obsession with boy as a bad thing when you've never had an issue with it. I don't understand you. It's like you flipped a switch and suddenly you disagree with everything I'm doing. Okay. Okay, yeah, just... Why couldn't you be honest with me? I'm pretty sure...
Because he threatened his life.
Pretty sure threatening someone doesn't make you want to be honest with them.
But right now, Cinny is like, while owning up to their mistake, yes, also downplaying their mistake and making someone else look bad.
I feel like I can't control how I feel about Boy. He makes me happy and I have a relationship with him. I don't know what I have. I wanted to talk to you about what it means.
This character is fictional, by the way, and she's saying she's in a full-on relationship with him. You know what that sounds like? Delusional!
A fictional, okay. I'm not even gonna question it. And now City hates feeling like this. It feels like you hate me. I fucking hate being alive. You hate me. I know you hate me. I wanna fucking die. I've always given you the benefit of the doubt, and I've always been there for you. So when you would, I forgot how to read, when you would split at me, and when you would go nonverbal, and when you would lash out at me. I always wanted to help you. I don't understand why you're so against me, and I want to get better for you. I want to be better. You can't even try and help me now that I need you. Yeah, I think that ship has sailed. Quite frankly.
Yeah, like a long time ago.
Yeah, if this is before the threats, then me specifically, I don't have a reason on why the ship has sailed. If this is after, then... Yeah, that ship sailed when you started to threaten someone's life.
All I know is, like, literally the last night Jack stayed with Cinny, they went to Panera, and that's when Cinny made the comment, what if I just crash this car with us both in it?
Like, you know it has to be bad when someone is willing to take their own life to get rid of someone that they don't like.
I mean, come on.
That's a lot.
And yet later on, I went back to apologize because Eno told me I shouldn't send stuff like that to Jack because it was only driving him further away. I assume he was in a GC with Soph and Eno, and he must have sent them the text that I sent. Later that night...
Wait, hang on, pause that. She was still in contact with Eno even after being exposed? You're still in contact with Eno even after being exposed?
You can't
You
do
should have
that.
cut all contact immediately. Oh my god.
Like, if this ever happened to me, I would try and stay away from that person as much as I could, because
As much as possible.
I'm the type of person to worry of, like, okay, well, could the slightest thing make this worse? I guess Cindy does not have that type of, idea.
I told him that I would do anything if he would stay, whether that be giving him my passwords or letting him look over my DMs with Eno, but he didn't want anything from me. I would have given anything to prove that.
I wouldn't want anything from you either! I wouldn't want to stay with you when you're actively threatening my life! You think I want to stay with someone who's trying to kill me? No! Please, I'll give you my passwords. Why would I want your passwords? People like this infuriate me to no end. I don't know if you could tell.
I asked if I could just be with him and cuddle with him because I couldn't stand being alone. He said yes. I laid next.
I find that very hard to believe. But okay. There are a lot of
Because
questions.
they're both fucked up, then it happened. Because I know that Birdie is also not very innocent as well.
Yeah, so,
They were in contact with an 11-year-old when they were 16.
like, and I just want to say, like, if you're, like, us, me and Frisk, like, Frisk is technically an adult. And
Yeah.
I'm not. We're in contact. We don't act weird, but we're in contact. If you're an adult...
Destiny, I got a serious question for you. Have I ever given you any creepy vibes?
No. The weirdest vibe I've ever got from you is being a theater kid. The theater kid vibes. And I give theater kid vibes too. And you know, theater kid vibes aren't bad, so those are the worst vibes you give me.
Like, both of us are in theater, so you really can't say shit about theater kid vibes.
Actually, I can, because that also applies to myself, so... But yeah, like, there's a difference between, like, being an adult and having friends that aren't adults. Like, I mean, there becomes a point where it's a little bit weird. Like, when the age gap gets a little bit too big, then it's a little bit weird. But, like, if we're talking, oh, I'm in high school, but I'm technically an adult, and I have a freshman...
Like, I just turned 18, literally last month. It's a gamble, if you really think about it.
The way to get the odds not in your favor is to show sexual contact to them.
That night, I took him to get Panera, and the whole time he was.
Oh, okay. So this has to be okay. Pause.
I broke down crying again.
Jesus fuck.
Okay, so it didn't want to pause. Okay, but here we
You're
go.
gonna have to go back like a couple 10 seconds for that.
Okay, so this is the night of this is the Panera night. So that means that the text has to be between the first threats and the last time.
I know that Cindy didn't make direct threats to Jack, but they talked about getting a gun and a crowbar.
Implications of the threat.
Implication of keeping herself safe or whatever.
Implications of keeping yourself safe from who? The boogeyman? Because right now, quite frankly, I just gotta say, you ain't got nothing to protect yourself from, because I'm gonna be so honest, you've dug yourself into such a deep hole that all you gotta do... don't you question my accent, let me just say, yeah, there ain't no way you're gonna get out of a hole with a gun, a knife, and a crowbar. This hole that you've dug, you ain't getting out of it.
Yeah, no.
And you ain't coming back from this. You're not coming back from this.
I remember while we were waiting for our food, I broke down crying again, and Jack told me, if it bothers you that I'm acting normal, I'm just really good at masking. He got a Red Bull, I got food too, but my stomach was in knots and I couldn't eat anything. We watched Rick and Morty while we ate, and I remember asking if we could try finishing Rick and Morty before he left, and he said that sounded like a good idea. I laid in bed with him, and he showed me funny videos, but I just kept crying. I remember very vividly how Jack was just pissing himself laughing, watching this guy eat a salad, meanwhile I was laying on top of him.
So when are we gonna get to the part of, you asking to drive the car off somewhere? Crash the car?
I don't think she's gonna mention that.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna mention that. We'll mention it. Just, she didn't, we'll mention it.
Yeah, you threatened to crash a fucking car.
I asked if I could spend the night. it with him, and he said he wasn't sure if he could. But maybe tomorrow. I was upset, but I knew he needed space from me. I slept on the couch, I went to work, and when I came back, he was gone. He packed his shit and he left. I was so scared because I didn't know where he could have gone. I didn't know—
Well, no fucking wonder he packed his shit and he left as fast as he fucking could.
Like, oh, I don't know where he went, I'm so scared. Yeah, you're not knowing where he went. That was the point! There's 6 more minutes of this video, and I think we've had enough yapping for today, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so as well. This is basically just a really big yap sesh.
This is unacceptable. All of this.
Please don't do this. If you're a content creator, don't do this.
All of this
Don't
is
be
unacceptable. Do not groom your fans. Do not threaten your roommates, whether it be directly or indirectly. Don't threaten anyone at all.
Don't threaten your own life and use it against other people, because she likes to do that a lot.
But yeah, that's enough yapping for today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, none of the above or all the above. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I know it sounds rather strange that I'm over here talking about the fact that she monetized this video, and yet I'm asking you to subscribe. But I do that in every video. But hey, I just want to say, don't do this. Don't do this.
Don't pull a Cinny. Don't be a shitty person.
Don't pull a Cinny. Don't be shitty.
Right. Trademark. That's on a t-shirt.
Put that on a t-shirt. But yeah, if you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below what else you'd like to see. Comment down below if you enjoyed. Comment down below anything that we got wrong, because, we
probably gave a lot of misinformation. This isn't supposed to be very informative. This is purely just roasting the fuck out of Sydney.
Each and every single one of you are perfect. Get on out of here.